Testing, 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 testing. Okay. You can hear me. You can see me. Okay, excellent. Let us begin. Well, as you can see on the screen, well, first of all, I'm Aaron from Zaccoon Games. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. I'm an expat living in Ecuador. I have a little bit more free time on my hand, and I stream board games, mainly on Tabletop Simulator. It's hard for me to get physical games down here. But today, I'm not going to talk about games I've played or recommendations for you for the past couple of weeks, because this one's gonna be a beast. I'm sure I'm not gonna be able to finish it in one go, but um, strangely enough, I've never played a Stefan Feld game. Um, I- for sure, I'm surprised I haven't played Castles of Burgundy. I mean, that's a classic of his. I don't know why. And then, like the theme of his other games, just looking at them, nothing's ever kind of grabbed me by him. Um, but this one seemed really interesting. It was getting a lot of buzz. And so I'm going to start with one of his most complicated games, I guess. Um, so, um, as always, this isn't a teach. I mean, you'll learn how to play from me, but don't use this as a teaching guide. Um, oh, what else can I say? I've played once, and I think I made a couple mistakes, but this will be my first time streaming it and trying to go through fully. Although I will say, because I've played, I'm going to shrink this down. Oh, and the theme, I debated about this because it portrays it like your deities. Like, are you supposed to be gods? Which I don't like. I'm not. I don't like that kind of theme. But then I heard it's more like AI, like your artificial intelligence. Trying to build your own civilizations. And if you look at the graphic design, that kind of matches that because it's kind of got a futuristic vibe through it, even within the game. It's kind of mixed messages, but that's how I kind of look at it. Your AI's making your own civilization. The theme's not heavy at all in this. Let me shrink this down. Okay. My OBS I did an update and it's really sluggish. Can I get that more into the corner? Okay, there. So I don't know if it's got like a memory link or something, but it's yeah, it's taking up a lot of memory and CPU, which is unusual. So I don't know. Okay, anyway, so let's go to the game. So this is the zoomed out view. I got like 9 hotkeys to try to minimize the zooming in and out aspect of it. So hopefully that'll help. As you can see, I just zoomed out to show you that um, it's a beast. There's a lot to it. And this is solo, or basically like 2 players would be this much space also. Um, so it's a table hog. Now this one I could see, I think I started mentioning before that I've played Voidfall, you know, using the app, and I would not play Voidfall in real life. Just too much upkeep and everything. Really enjoy Voidfall, but I can't see myself ever, even if I had the space, everything else being um, available to me. I don't think I'd play Voidfall in real life. Now, but this one, I think I would. I mean, that's just from one play, but um, the setup could be a little bit of a beast, but in game, it's not. It's it's actually kind of simple. This game a little bit, um, but we'll see. So we got to go through. I'm playing. If anyone knows Civilization, I'm playing with a starting hand, like a pre-selected starting hand. So some things are kind of there's some pre-synergies they give you. There's like one of 6 starting hands you can get. I haven't really looked to see what I got. But let us go through. There's like a flow chart. It's really nice. Okay, I got to figure out my presets here. There's like a flow chart you go down through each era, and there's 4 eras in the game. And the main part of it is this action phase. That's going to be the bulk of the era. But first it says reveal the top cards from the face down event stack from each face down research stack. And so this is the event deck. I'm going to zoom out here. So I'm going to hit new card. I want to zoom all the way out, I guess. So there's an event deck here. And there's only 4 cards. We're going to get one of them. And then over here, there's a whole research area here. So we're going to get 5 new cards. So I'm going to press this button, and that should happen. Yeah, confirm. Oh, look, I moved the thing down. It's I like the scripting on this tabletop simulator mod. Okay. So this is at the end of the era. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen with the weather, like the climate change. So this is saying it's going to go up to weather. Right now, we're like right in the middle. So it's going to become hot. So we have to have an extra food or we lose a worker because the climate is too hot. Let's see here. That's what's going to happen. And then whoever is on the green crown track, that's not official time, will get 6 points plus 3 money. And ties don't count. You got to be exclusively in the thing. So this is the tracks over here. Oh, I should have done my little thing here. So there's 5 tracks that we move up, and we'll score all these at the end. A lot of scoring at the end that happens. But we're going to move up this track is going to score at the end of the first era. They're going to see whoever's the highest gets that 6 points and 6 or 3 money. So that's pretty good. And we can see at the end of the era, we are going to score. Oh, that's our features thing down here. Each one of these are going to be worth 5 points. We start off with 2. This is part of that random setup. Oh, good. Hi, Timmy. I've played one playthrough like over the course of like 4 nights. So this is my first live playthrough. And I'm really intrigued with this so far. So we start off with 2 of these features down here. So we have 2 right now. So if we maintain that, that would score at the end of the era. That'd be 10 points for us. But let's see here. But let's keep on going down the flow chart here. So each civilization may gain 1 gold chip from the display. So there's a list of 4. Oh, I should do this. Okay. There's 4 gold chips. You can see it up there where it says gold chips. And there's 4 of them. We're going to choose one. The AI is going to choose one potentially, and then we refill. And we actually start with one as part of the setup. So right now it's saying we got to have one of our tribes in there's each in a separate grassland, and we could fulfill that goal. Okay, let's see here. So what do we start with? Let's see here. So if we have 2 vision, or if we have 1 brimstone, or we have 3 construction, or 1 clay. Do we have any of those right now? Clay or brimstone? There's brimstone, we don't have it. And clay. Those are both in the hills. Um, but we can get one of these. I'll show you how that's gonna happen. So maybe I'm gonna choose one of those. Yeah, let me choose one of those. Let's take uh, let's take the brimstone one. I'm gonna set that in my thing. We can have 3, but you can have more than that. The problem is there's a benefit when you reveal the bottom one, you get to flip one of your modules, which is huge. So you could have more, but then they kind of stack, and then when you like gain those goals, you don't get that benefit. That's pretty powerful. But you can have more than 3. And then with the die, we roll one of the Vicky. I can't remember what Vicky stands for, but Vicky rolls a die. She's gonna take 1. Except okay, yeah, 1. So she's choose between 1, 2, 3, and 4. On a 5 or 6, or if it's empty, because I took it, she doesn't take anything. But in this case, she's gonna take this one. This one goes away, and then we refill. Oh, I should have hit that button. Okay. Let's see. I didn't know this is all going. I didn't notice this before. This is nice. Okay, so now each civilization, Vicky does not do this, chooses one type of territory in which it has at least one tribe. Then it chooses one of the 3 types of material that can appear there and gains 1 out of it. So we're in a grassland. Wait, where are we at? We're in a grassland here, and we're in a forest here. So right now we can see there's wood available, and I believe that's gold. So normally you'd say, okay, I got a choice between those. But in this phase, it's called an extra fine phase. We actually look at okay, let's see here. Look at this is where we keep track of all our 6 or 18 resources. Sorry there. And we have um, a cotton and a copper. But since we're in the forest and we're in the grassland, this is saying we're not limited to just wood and gold. At this point, we could choose any of these 6 to take. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at our cards. Yeah, let's look at our cards in our hands. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wrong one. My hand. Okay. So we need like to play if we want to build the theater, we would need 1 cotton at the very minimum. Because it depends. I'll explain how this works, but we would need 1 cotton. And if depending on how high we go, we would need some wood. That's from our features. That's from our features. Um, we could get wow, that goes up huge. Oh, but it takes a lot to do it. We invented the clock. Hmm. Well, I think we're gonna need wood or palm. Wood or palm. Let's zoom out here. I want to see here. Down the line, uh, we're gonna score writing in the green one. So this one could start us down that writing path. Hmm. I like this one that puts us up 4 on that one. That's nice. None go up the green track though. That's kind of what's gonna determine that event. Um, let's see. So all this to say, and I have the cotton. I think I'm gonna take I think I'm gonna take whatever that is. What is that? Oh, I have one. A copper. I have one and I need 2 to play it. Okay, I think that. Yeah, okay. Oh, but I can't take copper. I gotta take something from this. I'm sorry. Let's just take wood. Wood's always let me take papyrus. Because I can get oh, what am I gonna do? This game's got so many options. Um, I'll take a papyrus. Because we're gonna have access to wood right now, but maybe not papyrus. So I'm gonna take a papyrus. Okay, so that's that. So now we move on to the action phase. And basically with actions, it's playing a card. Oh, you start the game off with technically 7 dice, but the pink one isn't part of this. You start off with 6 dice. At the beginning, when you start the game, it's 1 through 6. They put them in each spot. And there's these 15 modules. Yeah, or 16 modules. And you activate it by playing combinations. So like this one here, let me see here. Takes a 6 and a 1. So you take the 2 dice and you could do that action. And I'll explain them as I'm thinking about what to do. um, and we're first going to score on features, which I do like. So one of these options I'll show you. Let's see. Okay. This is where like planning is, man, this game is so intense because I'd like to get more features down there because that's going to score. However, if you look at these, let me take you there. If you look at this, there's these attribute tokens. And if you have a certain amount of things, you become eligible and you spend one resource. And these are like game, I don't want to say breaking, but game, really powerful abilities. Um, okay. But we would need mouth. I'm sure that's not what it's called. Mouth, brain, or heart. But that brain one would be nice, or the mouse one. I never. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Do we have any mouth or brain? Neither. Yeah, I like those things, but I kind of want to upgrade this because look, here's the key. Each one of these have 3 levels. So right now with this one, um, I could satisfy one of my gold chips, which I do have, or I can get 2 of those features down there anywhere I want. It has to be on the same spot. But if you look, if I upgrade this to its second level, I can put 3 out. And if I upgrade it to oh, wait, you remove it to see what the other one is. Let's see here. Did I do that right? Yeah, okay, 3 is the max. But in this case, you could gain a chip, a gold chip, and, like, satisfy it in the same turn. So 3 is the most we're gonna get for, that, but right now we're at 2, so I'd like to upgrade that once just to do it. What could I do to what could I do to upgrade? Well, what can I do to upgrade? Um, if I did a planning, I can go up 2, and I know if I go up 2 just from playing before, let me show you this. When you go up these lines, these tracks, when you cross over, I can kind of, upgrade. So which one was that? Let me zoom out. Yeah, we're still gonna get motion sickness, I think. Um, which card was that? That was a purple card. So that would be the 5 track. Hmm, no, because I really wanna flip that to get 3 out. Oh, I took Brimstone. I didn't mean to take that one. What was my other one? What was my I might cheat here. What was my other option? Oh, clay, I don't have that either. I can't. Okay. So I can't satisfy a goal right now anyway. All right, Aaron. What do I want to do? I can install this card right now. So just the that's fast civilization, which is impossible. Oh, I don't think it did this one. This is part of the starting hand. Exploration. I don't know if you can see this. Exploration has been upgraded. I don't think they do that for you automatically. So where is exploration? Yeah, they haven't done it. So that's gonna go up to a level 2. Nice, graphic design too. You see the little dots down there so you can see what level it is. Mm, if I did this one oh, no, the lucky find is still one of those things. Okay, that doesn't work. Ah, I wanna play one of these cards. I could place that. Okay, let's look at our hand. Well, okay. Hmm. But right now, I have cotton. I could play this card. I could play this card. That's it. I could play one of these 2 cards. This card's gone. This is done. This is all part of setup. Let me get rid of that. So I can play this one, and that's it. So the 2, I know at the end of the game, um, that's gonna score at the end of the game. So let's play the building. So, okay, this is a blue building. So this is gonna take a 6 and a 4. If you look up here at a 6 and a 4 to play the blue building card. So you take your 6 down here, 4 there, 4. We're gonna play the building card. Now we can set this anywhere we want. Well, it did it there, and it locks it into place. But um, I could place it up here, but you score. Oh no, I can't. Hold on. Is it going to lock? Let me see here. Let's say I wanted to do that. Oh, okay. It's going to be trouble. Oh, but if I alt, I can show you. Okay. Right now, if I place it on the first level, I only have to, well, I can't mouse over while we're doing that. I only have, you can see how there's 5 columns there, or that corresponds to the 5 levels of your console board. So if I place it in the first, I would need cotton. And if I place it in the second one, I would need cotton and the wood, so on and so forth. So if I wanted to play it in that space that I was saying there, I would need all 3. I would need cotton and 2 wood. These down here are saying basically below it, these are like settlements. If you have built these things, that's going to be later. Like if you had 3 of them, you could play that for free instead. But we don't. And we can only do it in the first level. So we're going to place it down here. Now, when I played that, I get the, let's alt it. The bottom part with the lightning symbol, I get that immediately. So I'm going to go up 1 on the writing track for 1. So let's see. Let's look at the, what's that going to be? Yeah, so this writing track, okay, let me move her over. So I move up 1. And that's it. Now, later on, if I happen to do something that involves activities, I can activate that as an activity and go up 1 more on that track, which is nice. We do have 1 activity that we start the game with. I think everybody has this. As an activity, you can spend 1 gold and move up any track you want. So we have 2 activities right now. The thing is, see how I put that building here? Any future blue buildings have to be in this column. I can't have a blue one here and a blue one there. So it's kind of important where you put it. And then there's a bonus. Okay, at the end of the game, anything in this stage 1, I guess stage is what it's saying, is worth 2 points. And once again, the graphic design is real clear on that. Now, if I filled up this whole row, I get to flip any card of any module of my choice, which is kind of nice. And more importantly, if you fill up the second row, and you got to build on top, I can't just start in the second row. Well, on here, like I couldn't put a card on the second row here. There's got to be one underneath. But if you fill in the second row, you get to flip the 4th and 5th stage, or 4th or 5th stage, which is important because things up here on the 4th level count for 7, but they're not active yet. You got to flip that. You got to activate that. And up here, they're worth 10, but it's not active yet. Yeah, it's inactive. So, going higher will score you a lot of points, but you got to make sure you got to be able to score them. So, okay. So anyway, I played a card. That's my turn. We're like 30 minutes in and I'm about to do her first turn. Okay, so I'm sure the game shuffled it. But we're going to flip her. Vicky's going to do, okay, we're playing on easy. I did win before, but I'm still going to play on easy. So we're just, all 4 rounds, we're just going to be focusing on the blue side. So we just roll a die and we're going to do whatever the corresponding action is. 3. So she's going to migrate. Okay. And so you see here, you get the little thing here. Migrate from territory X to territory adjacent territory Y. This is for priority. Let me zoom in here. Or should I alt it? No, that's the same. For X. So this is how you determine, because she's in 2 spots. This is how you determine where she's going to come from. Territory where Vicky has at least 2 tribes and at least one of them is strong. So if I go to the map, let's see here. If I go to the map, well, none of us have 2 tribes at all yet. She's got one there, one there. So if we go back to the cards, go back to Vicky, you'll see up here, you'll see up here it says, if there is no territory where Vicky has at least 2 tribes, of which at least one is strong, first, we're going to plus a tribe. So now we look over here. Vicky territories with at least 1 free encampment. Both of them got free encampments. I'll show you when we go back to the map. So she's looking, so we'll go back to the map, which is 3. See, there's a free encampment there. There's a free encampment there. So each one's got a free encampment. So they're equal. So now we're like, okay, we've done this elimination. Now what do we do? Well, you roll a die and watch it go off screen. Okay. So 2, you look at this chart. So you're going to look at swamps. Well, we know we're on forest and grassland. So there's no swamp. There's no mountains that she's on, but she is on a grassland. Okay. So we're going to, she's going to populate on the grassland. So let's do that. So we're going to take a person and she's going to look for one of these ones. This is the one with the fire. Let me put this over here so I can zoom in. With the fire, that's the best one. You get a +1 point for going there. So she's gonna build up her population, and she's gonna get a point for that. Okay, so now first we did that. So now she has it. So now she has a place with 2 tribes. And then for Y, like where she's going, with the fewest tribes, well, there's a bunch around her with none. And she's gonna take off from the wilderness, which she doesn't, and then she's gonna take off from the fire encampment. So this guy's gonna move. There's nobody in the wilderness. Everyone's like on an encampment spot. So she's gonna move, and the options are where she has none. So even though she's adjacent here, she's not gonna come here because she's already got some. But there's none here in this mountain. There's none here in this swamp. There's none here in this desert, and Murphy's Law says it's going to be a mountain she wants to go to, but we'll see. Because here's another mountain, okay? So we're going to roll the die again. 4. So she wants to go to grassland. That's not an option. Hills is not an option. Desert, is desert an option? Yes. Hills are these brown ones there. So she wants to go to the desert. Okay, so that's good. So we take the one from here. It'd be from wilderness, which she doesn't have. Then this one, and then finally the last one would be the point one. So she's going to come here, and when she goes there, let's see, any free fire encampment. So she's going to look for the one with the points. So she's going to come here. And I'll zoom in. You can see that one's worth 2 points. So she's just expanded. So she gets 2 points. I know that seems like a lot, but really, I actually kind of got the gist of that pretty quickly after I did a couple migrations and understanding her little flow chart and everything. It came fairly quick to me. All right, so what are we doing? I want more people down here. I want more of this planning, but I wanted to upgrade that first. Well, what if I did activities? Where's my activities? How can I do activities? Oh, 1. I can do 1 activity. That takes a 3 and a 2, which I do have. Um, but I want to do this planning. Now, let's do an activity. Speed civilation. So we need a 3 and a 2. So I'm going to spend this 3 and a 2. I'm going to do an activity, and I'm going to choose this one. So I can go up the, let's see, let's go to, I want to go up this chart again. So, oh wait, this might not help me. If I go up this chart, this is the 5th one. You see how it's got the number there? So anything with a 5, I can upgrade. That might not be that good for me. Let me look at what my options are. Transport, procreation, production, achievement. If I did that, what could I do? I guess I don't like that. Okay, let's back off of that. What I do, I did an activity. Yeah, okay. I don't want to do that. Hmm. So, hmm. I'd like to satisfy one of these goals. Is there another grassland nearby? It's really not nearby for me to migrate to. Okay, that's not great. Let's look at my cards. See what my options are. Well, I do have an eyeball. I do have an eyeball, so I can put this card in. And this is called like the I guess this is like your teacher. Sometimes you can ask for his favor, and I'll explain that. But that'll make me go up 1. And then anytime I explore, I'll get +1 for each site, which is pretty good. But more importantly, okay, so I need to place a green card, which takes a 6 and a 2. Okay, I don't have a 6 and a 2. I have the 2, but I don't have the 6. So one of the things I could do is I could turn this 5 into a 6 by placing one of these idea tokens. I got 2 of them. It modifies it by 1. Or I could actually turn this 1 into a 6. Um, I could do that 1 into a 6. So if I did that 1 to a 6, I would have a 5-3 left over, which means I could produce things. 3-1 is I can't migrate right now. I guess I could. 5-3. Let me leave the 5-3. So I'm going to spend one of these. I'm going to change this into a 6. I like that wraparound. So many games explicitly say you can't do that. I like that you can. So I'm going to do the 6-2. I'm going to play the green card. And I got to choose a new column. I'll place it down here. Come on. Why aren't you liking it? Yeah. And I immediately move up this track. Let me move her down. So now you'll see things where like you can do things only if you have his favor. So right now, if I roll a 1 or a 2, I would get his favor and take that little extra action. So you can get up to 1 and 6. I mean, basically, you automatically pass. And this up here kind of helps you with scoring on different things. I'll explain that if it comes up. So that's my action. Let's see what Vicky does. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top card and I'm going to set it off to the side because you see how there's like blue icons and red icons? When you have 4 of each, or when she has 4 of each, you immediately take a reset action, it's called. I'll explain that. Okay, so we're going to roll the dice, see what she does here. A 2. So she's going to move up that, what's it called? Knowledge track. So she's going to move up 1, and she's going to get another die. And she's going to take it from this one. And you notice I'm rolling the same die. This over here is more about how many she has, because there's certain events that check that. But for the most part, I'm just rolling the same die. And so in this case, that was an easy turn. Some are a little bit more complicated, and some are just super quick for her. So now I only have 2 dice left. Now, I could reset if I wanted to. And basically, ultimately, it's re-rolling your dice. Or I got one more action I could do. I could do a 5 and a 3, which is, as you can see here, it's production. So I can produce some resources. Do I need wood anymore? Not really. Not really. But if I reset, okay, hold on, let me look at something. That's a 1. Okay. That's a 1. So I could upgrade. I'm looking if I could upgrade all those. Yeah, I kind of need to go up to 3 and 4 track. Oh. So I kind of need an eyeball to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to reset. I normally don't do this. I got one more action to do. And I should also say, I'm saying 5 and 3, but I could adjust these by 1, or I could even use this to basically equal a die. So this is like a wild one. And I should say, I could actually spin one of these. I could spin this as a 6, and I could spin that as a 4. So there's tons of options. I'm not limited to that. These are precious. So I don't want to use it. Not at this point in the game. So I'm going to reset. So we got this little flow chart here. Again, their design is great. So I move down to A. Oh, it's locked. I move down to A, and that's saying I'm going to move this marker on the flow chart. So let's go to the flow chart. So anytime me or Vicky reset, we move over 1. So I'm going to move over 1. So basically, this era is kind of lasting until one of us gets down to here. And then you finish the round, and then you take another round. So this is resetting is kind of like the timer that moves this along. So let's see here. So I did it once. So that was this. That's this thing I did. So now I'm going to move it down to the second part. This is just I can re-roll all the dice. I could actually. I'm going to leave that 3 there because eventually I want to do this planning. So I'm going to leave that 3 there, and I'm going to re-roll these 5 dice. Okay, so that's a 4. Okay, a bunch of 3s. A 2 and a 5. I think I messed up. I don't think I meant to do that. That's okay. So let's move down here. And I can either put this as an idea or I can use it as a food. I think right now I'm going to do it as an idea. And that's my turn. I don't think I should have done that because now I'm realizing I'm thinking it was the end of the era. It's just a reset. It didn't do that much. So let's go to Vicky. Okay. 5. So now we reveal the next one here. Let's see, move that. Yeah, so she's got 3 blue, 4 red. So the fourth era scoring category. Okay, fourth era scoring category times 1. So if we went back to, let's see here. These are what's going to score at the end of the eras. So she's going to move up this green track. That's what that's saying. So let's go back to her. And you can see if the red against the harder difficulty, she would do that and get plus 3 points. So she's going to move up 1 on the green track. Okay, that's her turn. So what am I going to do? I kind of regret it now. I thought I was going to get another copper. That was no good. Okay, what are we producing here? We are producing gold. And my production is increased, right? No. If I could sell stuff and buy, I kind of want that copper. Let's go for it. Right? Why not? 5 and a 3. So I'm going to do 5 and a 3. I'm going to produce 2 raw materials and territories with your tribes. Well, I think I want to do, maybe I'll do 1 of each. Or should I do, I'll do 1 of each. Okay, so I take my thing, 1, 2. Okay, so let me zoom in. So I'm going to put 1 there. We started the game with 1 in our starting spots. I'm going to put 1 there. So I got access to 2 gold and 2 wood. Now, if you look at this card, or this module, now it's saying roll the pink die and look at that favor thing. So if I get a 1 or a 2, I can actually produce I can actually transport 1 right to my board, which would be kind of nice. So let's zoom in. Oh, that's gonna make me sick. So I got a 2. So I can choose one of these to transport to my board. So I think I want to, yeah, I'm going to take a gold. So I'm going to take one of those golds and I'll put it there. And that's my turn. Let's see what she's going to do. Okay, so now you see she's got 5 and 5 of each color. So she doesn't take this action. So we're just going to group these cards. We're going to flip them. So no action is taken, but she moves that 1 over. So the timer on this round is counting down. Okay, so now we go back to me. I'd like to sell that gold to get money. Oh, and then I can purchase. But that takes a 5 and a 4. Okay, that's kind of tough. All this because I want to flip this thing. Goodness. You know what? Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 4 and 3. I'm going to do a planning. I wanted to upgrade that first, but that's okay. So I get to put 2, and I'm going to put them in, and they got to go in the same spot. I'm going to put them in the eyeball spot. I should say that's not going to help me with these. But at any point during your turn, you could take this if you qualify. So, but we don't. So that's my turn. So now she goes. Okay, so we're going to roll. So she's going to do a 4. So she's going to move up the green track. So now she's going up. You can see she crossed that line, but unless over here, you see those? She only gets points at the higher levels. So these she ignores. That's her turn. Okay. So now I have the eyeball. I can place a card if I wanted to. One of these. So I would need brown or purple. Brown or purple. Purple needs a 6 and a 5. Insight takes 6 and a 3. I have a 3. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this one here, use it as a 6, spin that one, and I'm going to do a building. I'm going to play this blue card. Oh, no. What did I say? 6 and a 3? Yeah, the brown card. So I'm going to place this one. I get no immediate benefit down there. But now whenever I migrate, I get plus 3 points. I'm just kind of trying to fill up this bottom row. Kind of what my little goal is right now. Okay, so let's flip. This era scoring category times 2. So if we go over to here, this is the features one. So we are going to do. I just realized she's already 2 up on that track. So she's probably going to win this one. Okay, but anyway, so she's going to do 2 on the features. And so she has a card that keeps track of that. So she's going to put 2. So she'll go down. It goes top to bottom, left to right. So she's going to put 2 there. That's her turn. So what are we going to do? I have a 2. And I'd have to spin one of these to do something. It'd be like a 4-2, which would be hunting. Is that good? I'm going to need food eventually. Oh, but these count for 5 points. Yeah, no. Okay, so we're going to reset. Okay, let me follow this. So we're going to, I don't know why it locks it. Okay, that was dangerous. I unlocked the console. Okay. Oh boy. Hold on. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, let's lock this. Are those underneath it? Okay, hold on. Okay. I gotta zoom out. Can I do that while holding this? No. I kind of need to set this off to the side. Oh my goodness. I need these out of here. The fact that those were locked was really annoying. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back. Please work. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back to our console. Let's go back to our console. Those are still underneath there. Man, oh man. Well, let me lock that. I don't know what this is going to do. We'll see. I might have just borked this completely. Okay, so I'm going to move this down. So we're going to go to the top of this. We're going to move the little timer down. Okay, we'll go back to the console. We're going to re-roll our dice. I don't know if you could see, this is raised. You can see it. Because there's three of those things trapped underneath there. Okay, so I'm going to assume that's a 5. It's a little bit cheating. Okay, let's see this. Make sure we can see those. Okay, so that's 6. That's a 3. That's a 4. 1 and 5, 4. So 2 4s. Okay. And then I could put this down as, I'm going to use it as an idea. Okay, so that's my turn. Let's see what she's going to do. So we got the 4 blue, but we're kind of short on the red. So 2. So she's going to, okay, this stinks, that she's going to place a statue, which is going to score her points at the end of the game, or actually after every era. So she's going to put a statue out with no requirements. If you look here, I had to pay to put my things on here, and I can have a max of 2 things on this. She can have as many as she wants. And now, if you look at that card, let's see, it's got a hunting token on it too. Oh, wait a minute. Did I look at the wrong thing? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, yeah. And it's got because it's the blue, and it's got a hunting token on it. So she's going to take a hunting token, and she's going to go to the best available spot for hunting. And if you look at this chart, let me zoom in here. Water is the best. That's probably for fishing. Water is the best, but we don't have any anything on water. We're both in forest and grassland. Forest is better. Oh, and she's on desert too, but that's the absolute worst. Okay, so she's gonna go hunting. She doesn't need the food. Like me, I'd have to roll the die and see what we got. She doesn't need the food, but she's blocking the best spot that's available to me right now. So she's gonna take this hunting token and put it there. So now, if I hunt, I can't go there, and I will need to hunt. I need some food, so I'd have to go to the grassland. So I might want to think about that. And that's her turn. Okay, let's see what we got. I'd like to play that if I could. But I need a copper. I'd like to play any of those, really. I got the 2 eyeballs. I could play this. And then I could flip whatever I want. I wanted to flip that planning. I'm doing all this for 1 extra planning marker. It's so stupid. But I have it, and I'm going to do it. So let's see. So I need 2 dice, but I need to play a purple card, which is a 6 and a 5. I got to do a 6. Oh, that's not flipped. I don't know why it's like that. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. These chips are underneath. So if you're seeing a 3, that's not a 3. Yeah, I really did kind of mess things up when I did that shift. Okay, so anyway, now you can see it takes a 6 and a 5 to do purple. So I'll just set that. Well, I'll set it down here. Bottom level takes 2 eyeballs, and if you notice, there's no minus symbol. See how like that is that I have to spin. This is just saying you have to have in order to play it. So let's see. We're gonna do. So we're gonna play it. I'm gonna play it here. I'm gonna instantly go up that knowledge track twice. It's not gonna do it under. Oh, it did do it. Okay. So let's get that bonus before I forget. We're gonna move up the knowledge track twice. So now I pass this tracking color. So anything with a 3, I can upgrade. And I want to upgrade this planning one. Isn't that nice? And I now finished the stage 1. The whole stage is full. I get to upgrade something else. I could do that again. That allowed me to do 2 goals, but I'm not even close to that right now. So, so I can do anything on this board. This is what kind of gets overwhelming. Anything on this board. Research is kind of nice because you get to, especially if you max it, you get 2 research cards. I could explore it. What happens there? Or 2 lucky finds. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade that explore action. Because remember when we started the game with this one was upgraded, so now it's gonna be at the 3. I'm just gonna get rid of that token. But I would need to migrate to see some more things here. Oh, I didn't reveal this. You get to see what's being produced here when she moved. There's a copper. Oh. Oh. Now, if I did that, if I went there and exposed that, I would put 1 down. But the AI doesn't do that. Okay. So that was all my turn. Let's see what she's doing. Right? Am I doing that right? I hope so. I think so. Okay, red. Next scoring category is times 2. So let's go to the so next one's gonna be population. Oh, she's gonna migrate twice. Okay, this will be an annoying turn. Because if you look down here, population, this thing, so she's gonna migrate. She's gonna do it twice. The problem is she doesn't have double things. So we're gonna population grow and migrate twice. Okay, let's do it. So she's got a population growth. She has an option of forest, grasslands, or swamp or desert. So let's roll the die. Let's see what she's got. 4. 4 is grassland. So she's going to get another person here. Grasslands there. Now this one's going to migrate. So she can go to swamp or mountains. Okay, so let's roll. 4. So she's going to go to 4, 4. She's going to go to swamp. Okay, there's only 1 swamp, so she's going to go. She's going to go here. She's going to go get the 2 points. Jerk. But now we're in the same boat, except she's got 4 places she can explore. But she doesn't have 2 anywhere, so she's got a population grow. She's going to population grow. I'm actually hoping a swamp would be kind of nice. 2. The swamp. Because watch, she's got 2. Oh no, she'll still go. She'll still go. I'm thinking she wouldn't. There's nowhere for her to grow, but her population. Okay, so she's got 2, and now for where she wants to go, where she has the fewest tribes. So she's going to go swamp or grassland. Okay, swamp or grassland. No, not swamp grassland. Grassland or desert. So let's look at 2. Grassland. So she's going to go to grassland. She's going to look for what she's looking for a fire encampment. There isn't any free encampment. So now she's going to look for that one. Okay, that's her turn. Now what do we do? Even though it was annoying, it wasn't that bad. That's like the worst case scenario there of basically 4 actions she had to do to keep track of. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let me do some planning. Yeah, 4 planning. 4. So now I get to 4 and a 3. I get to place three of these guys down here. What do I want to do? I want to get one of these. Those take 4. A heart is I don't care about that. I like this whole idea of paying money. But this one, you can install a card. I kind of like that. Hmm. Um, heart or brain or mouth. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about the bottom one. So I don't care about heart. So brain or mouth. Let's do what's coming up? Brain, that's way high up. Okay, let's see. Let's look at some of these cards I might get potentially. That's wood. That's heart. Oh, sweat glands. And it's gonna get hot. We do know that. Yeah, all right. I don't know. All right. So let's why was I doing this? What am I doing? Oh, I'm placing 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Let's place it on heart. That's our turn. Okay, what is she gonna do? If it's a red, she's gonna rest. Okay, more than that, more than enough. So she's gonna rest. See, group, flip, rest. So we go to the thing, we move over. So now next time she or me rest, which will be me, that kind of triggers the end. Yeah, I'd like to get that card played if I could. But I need a card. I got to get it first. So I would need a 2 and a 1. And then to play it, I would need a 6 and a 2. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But if I reset, if I got that card first and then reset, Yeah, let's change this 4. I'm going to spend 2 of these. I don't know if that's wise or not. 2 of these. Change that 4 into a 2. We'll spin that. We get to research. I'm going to go grab that, I think that green one. Oh, I didn't see that one. That's a lot. Let's see here. But I'm going to take this one. So I'm going to take that card. And let me zoom out, put it over here. So I'm going to take that card. This refills instantly. Let's see what it is. Don't know quite how that works. Okay, so let's see here. So that was my turn. Okay, so she's going to, where'd her die go? Okay, she's going to roll her die. 5. So she's going to +1 and migrate. So double action. Okay, so +1. Okay, so besides, so she's going to plus land forest, desert, or swamp. So let's see what she does. 1. What is 1? Forest, desert. Okay, so forest is a swamp. Or forest. So she's gonna go where the money is. So she gets +1. Yeah, +1. And she's gonna migrate. She can migrate from. Grasslands or forests. So let's roll to see. That's a 3. Mountains, grasslands. So she's going to roll from grasslands. And she's going to go to where there's less. So she's going to go to one of these 2 mountains. So I don't really actually need to roll for that. Here's the thing. There's 2 mountains here. You see that? So how are you going to distinguish which one she's going to go to? Well, if you look at, you got to really zoom in. You see there's these 2 fires, I guess. This one has 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll the die. That's a 2. And you look down here. So you're going to start she rolled a 2. So she's looking for a single fire and then a double fire and then a triple fire. Well, there was no single fire, but this one was double, right? Yeah. So she's going to go there and get 2 points. That's her turn. So I'm going to reset. So I got to move this down. So that what this does is triggers the end of the game. In the game, the round. So she's going to. I'm taking my turn. Well, my reset action. She'll take a turn. So I go first. So you finish this round. So I went first. So she's going to finish the round, and then you play another round. So basically, I'm going to take my reset, and I'll have one more turn to do something. Okay. So we got 4, 4, 2, 2, 3, and 5. Oh, this goes down. I'm going to place this on food. You know what? I'm going to place this on food. Yeah. And that's my turn. So she takes the turn. This era's scoring category. And remember that is this features one. So she is going to put another one onto here. So she's about to score a lot of points here. That's her turn. So now this is my last turn of the era. I'd like to put more features out. Because I put 3 more out, that's 15 points. That's immediate 15 points. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 4. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to place 3 out. And I think I'm going to put it on the mouth, I guess. Because what are my attributes I can get? Mouth and brain. Oh, yeah, brain might be good. Mouth, I won't have enough. Brain, neither one I'll have enough. Let's do mouth. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. 3 there. All right, so she takes another turn. This is the last turn of the round, or the era. 4. So she's going to get another diamond, which is this thing. So she's going to get... okay. So that's the end of the round, or the era. So now we move down here. There's certain sites, like these white ones, they get revealed by certain actions. She can do it, I can do it, but we haven't done anything. But certain ones have abilities, but we haven't revealed any. So now we go down to feeding our tribes. So for me, I got to spend one tribe for one food for each tribe. I have 2. Now, so that's 2. However, if one of them was not in one of these encampments, let's say I had another, see, these 3 spots are filled. Let's say I had another guy here. He'd be in the wilderness and would take 2 to feed. But fortunately for me, I have, I got 2 food. 2 guys, 2 food. Okay, so I fed my people. When she feeds, first she's going to put a provision down. In territories, okay. Okay, so provision. Vicky's territory with the fewest provisions, none equals fewest, and the most tribes. Well, where she has the 2 tribes, there is a provision. So basically, there's 3 spots that don't have provisions that she's in: the mountain, the swamp, and the desert. So we're going to roll 5. 5 is hills. She's not in the hills. She isn't in the desert. So we're going to put a provision, and that's indicated by being laid down. It's kind of hard to see in the Oh, I forgot. She reveals this when she went there. Okay, there's emeralds there. Okay. And so basically, wherever she has a provision marker, she feeds one of her workers. So like these 3 spots, that person gets fed. That person gets fed. This one, there's no provisions here, so he gets weakened, and so he lays down. He gets weakened. I'm trying to figure out which one you determine. One of these is going to get weakened. Let me look at that. I can figure that out. Feed. Okay. Six to 9 at the priority table. Okay. Fire encampments with one of, okay, so she's going to feed her one on the fire encampment. So that one's good, but this one's weakened. Oh, no, like that too. Okay. Okay, so we fed our tribes. Let's go over here. Now we score our strong tribes. So I know we got 2. So we get our first points. Woohoo. So she's got 1, 2, 3 strong tribes. So she gets 3 points. 2, 3. Okay, so let's go back over here. Event phase. Move the weather indicator and resolve the last effect reach. Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't count for that. Because this is going to move 2. So it's going to be hot. So I got to lose a food or a worker. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to cheat. Because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to feed one of my people. I'll weaken him. So I could save a food so I could pay for this penalty. Because weakened this is worse. Because he's just gone. So this one's just weakened. A little retroactive there. She's not affected by the she's not affected by the weather or the event. Let me verify that. Hold on. There's a little chart over here. She's never affected by the weather, never gains any event bonuses. Oh, so she's blocking me from getting it by being higher up that track than me, but she doesn't get it. Yeah. Okay. So I don't get the point, but she doesn't get that either. Score this era's scoring category and remove its scoring tile otherwise. So this one is the features times 5. So I got a lot of features. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 3, 3, 1. I got 10, so I'm going to get 50 points for that. 1, 2, well, I'll be at 52. She's got 5, so she's going to get 25. So she'll be at 36. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, whoever scores the most in this category, because you saw how we're gaining stuff, points and everything, but it's just on this category. Whoever scored the most, this goes away, by the way. I'll just put that down in here. Goes first next round. That's me. Next era. So I stay going first. So let's move down here. Income phase. Gain income from income chips. I only have 1 income chip. Yeah. So I get a gold chip. So what can I do? Am I close to any of these? No, that's based on one of those tiles. We haven't seen that. Construction. Clay, I'm not close to clay either. Construction. I'm on 1. Composure. I don't like this. Is anything going to move me up? No. I don't like any of these. I guess I don't have to take one. I can make that happen now. I'm not liking my goals here. She doesn't she doesn't have income chips, but statues she has. So she's got 1 statue, and it's based on, this is where you see the scoring. It's based on how far you are on this track. So each statue is worth 1 point for her now. It could be up to 4 by the end of the game. So she gets a point for that. We remove hunting tokens. So she did hunt there. So that goes back. Then you refill your reset markers. You don't re-roll this. You don't re-roll your dice. Nothing's reset. She keeps. She might reset first action next turn. I don't know. So that all kind of stays the same. And so now we move up to the top. Okay. So I think I'm going to call it there. Oh. So you see, this game's got a lot to it, but I like it. I like it. Is there randomness? I read the forums on these things, and it's just like most people agree, you can mitigate like the luck factor to some extent. It's not crippling to me. Like I'm already not doing as good as I'm doing good in scoring than I did before, but I don't have like synergies going. I don't feel like I got like a little engine going at all. These goals are like unattainable for me right now. So I don't know. It's different. It's different. And there's a lot to think about. Like, for instance, if I had thought about it, because upcoming I'm going to get this lucky find from one of the places I'm in. I really wanted another copper. So I should have, before the end of this era, maybe moved into here. Or because of what was I going to say? Because of that refills, by the way. Score tribes. Oh, see. What did he got? He got, let me see, 1, 2. I should have been following this along. I'm afraid if I do it, it's going to, wait, he's at 37. I'm at 52. So let me hit that scribes. I'm at 50, so I minus 1. Oh, that's because I weakened the 1. That's right. And he goes back down 3. Score error. I did that already. Let me see what happens here. It might give me an error. Yeah. Yeah. So I won't be able to do this any further. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm going to fool with this afterwards. Boy, there's lots of things. If you do this first, you can do this. But then there's like 5 things like that where you got to do something first before the other. And man. And just to say, in case you don't tune in for the follow-up, I don't blame you. But you score a lot of points based on your console at the end of the game. Because here's like 8 points. Each one of those is worth 8 points. Each one of those is worth 2 points. And the higher up you go, they're worth more. If I didn't even discuss this card, at game in, number of chips and columns in this card. So if I had 5 cards in this column, just because of this card, that'd be worth 5 points. In chips, which are those gold chips, that could be worth that could be 2 in a column. It's hard to explain. But I mean, you could really rack up, and then you can have multiples of these. That's what I did last time. I had a bunch of cards that said 2 points for every card in this column, and I had like 6 of them. So each one was worth 12 times 6 is 72. So you can see your column just can really crank up the score. And Vicky doesn't get this. She doesn't get that in-game bonus. But a lot of times at least when I played, she's way up this track further than me. I mean, she's getting her points elsewhere, but Just something to keep in mind if you're curious how that works. So anyway, that's Era 1. Thanks for watching. I like this a lot. There's a lot to think about. I'm thinking about complexity-wise. Do I like this or Voidfall better? As I said in the beginning, I wouldn't play Voidfall on the table. I'd have to use that app. And that's only solo. I'd like to try Voidfall because there's a cooperative mode. I'd love to try that. And Voidfall's got this pain management. Like you're always under like terrible things about to happen. This is more of an efficiency thing. So I think I would enjoy that. I think I would want to play this more than Voidfall. Sometimes I don't want that stress that Voidfall brings. Too early to say what's a better game, but I really like how this scratches itch. And there's so many different cards. I think each deck has like 20 cards. So the variety is, for both of them, is really out of the off the charts. So, but anyway, Civolution Era 1. So hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're doing that here, follow, all that nonsense. So anyway, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.